quilty friends, it's Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber, and today we're doing day 2 of the 2024 Mini Quilt Advent. If you're new around here, this is the 4th year that I'm doing a Mini Quilt Advent with custom templates, so go down to the description, get the information, and if there's any Advents left, you might be able to snag one. Now, if you are joining in and you haven't opened your envelope yet, go ahead and do that now, because we're going to get started. Alright, hopefully you opened your envelope because today's template is the 4x6 goose. Again, we need to take off the masking from the template because you're the very first person to use this template, so you want to take your masking off. The 4x6 goose is a non-standard size for a flying geese block. Normally, flying geese blocks have a 2-to-1 rectangle ratio so that the corners are half square triangles. These corners are half rectangle triangles. In fact, we're using the half rectangle triangle template from yesterday for the corners of our block. So that's why this is a non-standard size goose, but it makes such a fun goose shape. So we're gonna go ahead and pick our fabrics. I have all my fabrics here from yesterday. The yesterday fabrics are down on the bottom. The candy cane fabric that we picked for our sashing has been pulled out, so I don't accidentally use that. And then I get to pick what fabric I want. And I could use this same fabric again. That would make a really fun goose. I also like that would be a really fun central goose pattern. But also, so would these ornaments. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do this with the string of lights. When I was originally looking at this, I pick in the video, but sometimes I kind of have an idea, and I honestly thought I was going to go with this for my geese and this for the background. If you do send me a picture, because I want to see what that would look like, but we're going to go with these instead. They're both directional fabrics, but that shouldn't be a problem because we're fussy cutting this with templates. Okay, so we have our fabrics. Let's go ahead and bring our mat over and cut a goose block. Now these lines, these etched lines on the template are the quarter inch seam allowance. So as long as it's within that etched line, it will be in the finished block. And like, do I want like a big poinsettia at the top? Do I want, ooh, I want those ice skates to fit in. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out. So this is my central goose piece. Now today's block is going to be so quick to sew because it is only 2 seams. Oh, didn't trim that quite far enough. There we go. So we just have our center and then our 2 background pieces. Now one is this half rectangle triangle unit upside down, and the other side is it upside down and flipped over. So we want to pay attention to that when we cut our pieces so we don't accidentally cut our pieces wrong. It is super easy to cut a piece wrong, not a huge deal. This fabric is directional as in the strings are going this way, but the lights are on the top and the bottom, so it doesn't, the up and the down on this don't matter as much. It's more of like a side to side. Although I could have the lights string this way, but I think I want them this way. There's one. And then remember for the other one, I need to flip it over. I'm going to do it right next to this one here, just to kind of conserve some fabric a little bit. The fat quarter bundle will be plenty of fabric for doing the 12 days version of this block of the month, and for the 24 days, you will want the half yard bundle. Okay. So there are all our pieces already cut out. That was super easy. And now we're just going to sew them together. So start by sewing one side on. Doesn't matter which side you start with. The instructions say to start with this one, so we're going to. And just like before, you want to, before with our half rectangle triangles, you want to line this up with that 1/4 inch there. So where the two fabrics cross over each other is at the 1/4 inch. And you can also do that at the sewing machine. You can do it either on a template or on a ruler or on a mat if your mat has 1/4 inch markings, or right at the sewing machine. So the first seam is done. And the rule with pressing is that you don't need to press until you're going to sew across a seam. And since we are going to sew across, because when we do this side, we'll be sewing across that seam, we do need to press this. With flying geese blocks, generally we press out. So I'm going to do that here. And now I'm going to do the other side. Again, we're lining this up so that that dog ear is at the 1/4 inch. Then I am trying to clip my loose threads as I go so that they don't stick out later on when I'm piecing everything together and going to quilt my quilt. Doing it now is half a second, doing it later is a bunch of half a seconds all at once. So it feels a little more efficient to do it now. So there we go, the block is done. I am going to go ahead and cut off these dog ears while I'm at it as well. If we square up our blocks later on, these dog ears would get clipped off when squaring. So if you're planning on squaring up your blocks, you don't have to do these little clips. You can save it for the end because it won't be an extra step, it'll be added into the step of squaring up. But there we go, there's the finished block. All right, friends, day 2, that was super quick and easy. It makes this really fun flying goose block that is not a traditionally shaped flying goose block because these triangles are half rectangle triangles. Now again, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That'll also help you get notifications each day about these videos. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. As you go through the videos, let me know if you've made your block, if you are waiting, if you're waiting for the weekend, however it's working for you with making the blocks. I would love to follow along with your progress in making your Advent quilt blocks. And make sure to like this video so that other people know that it's a good video and they should watch it as well. All right, friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you right here tomorrow for day 3. Bye for now.